A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant escalation of tensions between India and Pakistan, the Indian government has announced a series of measures aimed at downgrading its diplomatic ties with Pakistan. This decision comes in the wake of a tragic attack in the tourist town of Pahalgam, located in the disputed region of Kashmir, where armed assailants killed 26 people, marking one of the deadliest assaults on civilians in nearly 2 decades. Indian Foreign Secretary Vikram Misri addressed the press on Wednesday, revealing that the Security Cabinet convened to discuss the attack, and it was determined that action against Pakistan was necessary. As part of these measures, the main land border crossing between India and Pakistan will be closed immediately, and a crucial water-sharing treaty, the Indus Waters Treaty, will be suspended. This treaty, established in 1960 and mediated by the World Bank, governs the use of water from the Indus River system, which is vital for millions of people in both countries. Misri further stated that Pakistani nationals would no longer be permitted to travel to India under the South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation (SAARC) visa exemption program, and those already in India must leave within 48 hours. Additionally, the Indian government has declared certain officials from the Pakistani High Commission in New Delhi as persona non grata, requiring them to vacate the country. In a reciprocal move, India will reduce its diplomatic presence in Islamabad from 55 to 30 staff members. In response to these developments, Pakistani Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif has called for an urgent meeting of the National Security Committee to formulate a strategy in light of India's actions. The Resistance Front, TRF, a relatively obscure group, has claimed responsibility for the attack, alleging that the victims were not ordinary tourists but were linked to Indian security agencies. The group expressed their discontent over what they termed as a demographic change in the region, citing the settlement of over 85,000 outsiders since the revocation of Kashmir's semi-autonomous status in 2019. The attack resulted in the deaths of 25 Indians and 1 Nepalese national, with at least 17 others wounded. Pakistan's foreign ministry expressed condolences for the victims and concern over the loss of life among tourists in Indian-administered Kashmir. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who cut short his visit to Saudi Arabia upon hearing the news of the attack, condemned it as a heinous act and vowed that the attackers would face justice. He emphasized India's unyielding resolve to combat terrorism. Defense Minister Rajnath Singh echoed this sentiment, asserting that those responsible would soon hear a loud and clear response from India. The recent violence comes as a setback for Modi's government, which has claimed that normalcy has returned to Kashmir since the revocation of its special status. However, the reality on the ground tells a different story, as the region has witnessed a surge in violence, particularly targeting migrant workers since 2019. Ajay Sani, the executive director of the South Asia Terrorism Portal, commented on the situation, stating that achieving zero militancy in Kashmir is an unrealistic goal without a political solution. He criticized the narrative of normalcy, suggesting it only encourages militant groups to carry out attacks. Following the attack, many tourists began to flee Kashmir, citing safety concerns. Monojit Debnath, a tourist from Kolkata, expressed his apprehension, stating that while Kashmir is beautiful, the security situation has left them feeling unsafe. The TRF's claim of responsibility further complicates the narrative, as they assert that their targets were linked to Indian security forces. This attack is reminiscent of previous incidents that have marred the region, including the infamous Mumbai attacks in 2008, which were also linked to groups based in Pakistan. The long-standing conflict over Kashmir has resulted in significant loss of life on both sides, with each country claiming the region in its entirety. As tensions rise following the latest attack, the international community watches closely, hoping for a resolution to the ongoing conflict that has plagued the region for decades. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.